What's that like to have your knee matched in history here at Grandma's?
Unbelievable. It's cool to be mentioned next to like Garry Bjorklund, Big Beardsley. Like, it's very surreal.
You just missed the podium last year in the half. I have to imagine that allowed you to propel yourself at the first place finish today here in the marathon.
It definitely played a part. Last year was kind of a struggle to build up. I kind of injured my Achilles pretty good after the trials or at the trials. So we worked through a lot of that build up. So part of me was like happy to feel fit by the time I got to the starting line. So I knew that was going to be a tough battle. But this year definitely felt super excited about my fitness, and I was like, that's my target.
Did you know after last year that you wanted to come back this year and run the full marathon?
Yep. Yeah.
What did you feel like compared to the two races? Do you have a preference?
I think the marathon hurts a lot. So it's fun to do a half because it's like you can do more stuff alongside of it. Marathon, you're very invested, so it's like it feels amazing when it goes well, but it's a lot of work.
You knew that time right under 2:12. Did you see that ticking away and that allowed you to keep on pushing before hitting that mark?
Right at the end, yeah, I was like, I would like to be under there again. I really want to try and chase the course record, but it was a little too warm, a little too humid to go for that. And it just didn't play out that way, so I just kind of shifted and I was like, I'm just going to stay steady, keep moving up throughout the race, and just try and chase that way.
Despite the weather conditions overall, would you say that you're pleased with your performance today?
Yeah, very happy. I mean, that was the goal. The number one goal was to be the first person to do well. Achieved it.
You ran the half marathon last year. What was the preparation like coming into the full marathon? It's a little different than preparing for a half marathon.
Yeah, my mileage gets a lot higher. We got up to 120. I did kind of deal with a few things, so we might have gotten up a little bit higher if that hadn't happened. But 120, 130 tends to be peak mileage for me for marathon. For a half, I'll probably be like, I'll get up to like 100, maybe 105. And a lot more strength-based workouts. So one of our key workouts is 3-2 fartlek. So the 3 minutes on is a little faster than marathon pace. 2 minutes float is a little bit slower than marathon pace. So you're looking like maybe like 450-ish, maybe under 450 for the on, and then float is maybe like 415, 425-ish.
And knowing that if you win the half or the full marathon today, you'd be the first person to win both of them, was that like a little bit of motivation for you throughout the whole race?
Yeah, that was a huge target. It was kind of fun that Dakota and I both had that goal, so we were kind of racing each other to be the first one to do that. It would have been fun if she got it too, and we both had the net abundance, but it's also super cool to be the first person overall to achieve that.
And what went well for you today just throughout the race?
Staying steady. So I noticed there was a lot of surging early on, and I just said like, it's muggy, it's humid. My bottles are bugging my stomach a little bit. I just need to keep it as smooth as I can, and I just kind of like let them get a little ground and just kind of kept my eyes on them, kept focused, stayed steady, and just kept pushing forward, and it paid off at the end. I was very scared for a long time that I wasn't going to be able to close it down, but we got to actually 19. I missed my bottle, and there was a group that had kind of fallen off with Sammy, and I passed them at that point, and then I just kind of set my eyes on Sammy, and then at 24, I caught him. I just put some pressure on and just not look back. I ended up making a little gap, and yeah.
Are you thinking the entire time, or are you ever just kind of on autopilot maybe in those earlier miles?
There's some autopilot. Sometimes you need a little bit of self-talk. Sometimes you gotta be like, I'm not tired, I'm just feeling lazy. You just need to trust yourself. Sometimes you need to just kind of build yourself up a little bit.
Is there a part of the course where you ran the half marathon that you kind of knew, like, okay, this is where I got into my groove the last time I ran this?
Yeah, I think the year I won, Zuru kind of pressed that lemon drop, and then I kind of pressed with like 5K to go or 2.5-ish to go. So there was a little bit of marker in my head there. I was trying to keep things controlled on lemon drop. I was like, you can blow yourself up here. It's not like a huge hill, but like just try to be conservative, get through that part, feeling strong, and then just keep the pressure on. So it was good to have a little bit of that reference to how long that last part of the race feels, and be able to trust myself on it.
You're good? It's good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.